it took 8 years to become an overnight success.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Party Like a Rockstar podcast, and I'm your host, Joel. Today's episode is brought to you by Misha's Kind Foods. They're an LA-based small business making the world's finest non-dairy cheese on the market today. They're lactose-free, paleo, keto, kosher, Parev, and 100% vegan. If you like what you see, check out the next video. If you like this video, please subscribe and like by clicking the little round button on the bottom right. To learn more about me or other guests on the show, go to joelrody.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. The handle is Joel Rody. If you haven't already read my book, Memoir of a Roadie, it's now available through Amazon and paperback Kindle or as an audiobook. I hope you enjoy the show. Okay, we'll get going. My guests today are from the band Blind Channel. I have Joel Hokka, who's a vocalist, and Niko Wilhelm, who's also a vocalist for the band. They are a post-hardcore band from Oulu, Finland. Is that right?
Yeah. We're from northern Finland. Yeah,
Original, yeah.
Cool. The band defined their musical style as violent pop. They represented Finland in the Eurovision Song Contest. Sorry, it's early here. They represented Finland in the Eurovision Song Contest 2021 with the song Dark Side. Okay, so Niko, you coined the term violent pop. And my question is, was this done over drinking? And how did you come about it?
Well, mostly when we figure something out that sometimes involves drinking. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. How do you say it in Finnish?
How do we say it in Finnish?
Yeah, how do you say violent pop in Finnish?
We don't say it in Finnish. We just call it violent pop here as well. Violent pop came to be. It was just we had just started back in 2013, and we were sending our demos to local radio stations, and then we had to find a way to describe our music. And then we didn't want to call it nu metal because we felt like if we call it nu metal, we would be late. That was the most untrendiest thing you could do right then. So, and then we were talking about alternative rock, but that alternative rock doesn't say anything about your music. So we came up with violent pop, and it was nice and catchy, and we kind of stick with it. And nowadays it has become more like a brand to us.
Okay, so now I'm gonna give you a hard time. So I read up some Finland trivia, and Finland is known as the happiest country in the world.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. They say it's because of a result of a low crime rate. And yet you call yourself violent pop.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to hear some other ones? The Finnish passport can access 175 countries around the world without a visa. It's the world's third most powerful passport behind Germany and Singapore. Cool, right?
Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah.
All right, this one's question. Finland has an open prison system. Prisoners are allowed to circulate in the surrounding community during the daytime. They can study, work, or shop like other free individuals. However, Finland's prisoners have an escape rate of 1,084 people per 10,000 inmates, which is the highest in Europe. Do you guys know of this? And then do they do that with murderers and stuff, or do you know how it works?
I have no idea. We haven't been to prison, not yet at least. Yeah. So we don't know that stuff.
You guys are cutting out.
But
terrible.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that.
Oh, I think.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, it was totally a mishmash of blah, 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 blah. Oh, I did hear. We don't know anything about that.
Yeah, actually, we just told everything we know about. Good thing that it got, because if we know something, we can't tell it, obviously.
Fair enough. Do you know what the 13th of October is in Finland?
13th of the October. What is it?
First day was held in 2010 by Finnish university students. It's the Failure Day. It became very popular and attracted big names.
Okay, Failure Day. That's where do you get these facts? We don't know anything about this.
Okay, Google.
Seems like we don't know Finland at all.
All right, a couple more. Two more. Finland is the top milk and coffee consuming nation in the world. Each person drinks on average over 34 gallons of milk a year.
Yeah, that I've heard of that. Yeah,
I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about. We don't drink that much milk.
Yeah, we drink only beer and gin and tonic and wine and vodka and.
All right, last one. This one's my favorite. Wife carrying, also known in Finland as, you got to help me, but Yukon Kanto, is a competition.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
I think it's Akan Kanto, wife carrying.
Yeah.
Yukon Kanto. It's a competition in which men have to carry their female teammate, traditionally their wives, and race against other competitors through a special obstacle track. The one who finishes is declared the winner. And in the wife carrying world championships, the winner receives the prize of beer worth the weight of the wife. I thought that's fucking great.
Yeah, we've heard of that. Yeah, there are like these weird sports games in Finland. Like the other one is called swamp football. Like they play football on a swamp, like like the name says. So there are these weird competitions and weird sports in Finland. Yeah,
gotta be hard. It's easier to start a band.
It is. or you would think, but it's actually not.
I bet it's not. All right, so you guys were in rival bands when you were younger. You were like high school age, and did you guys either ever go to each other's show and like throw shit at each other?
Well, no, not really. Like I was never in a band. Like I was just producing rap beats for local rappers. But Joel and Jonas, our guitarists who like started Blind Channel, you were in rival bands, right?
Yeah, me and Jonas, we were in rival bands. We used to be like playing in the same shows. We were like competing who has a bigger audience and better songs. And
did you do that you went to each other's shows and went boo?
Yeah.
No, we didn't. I mean, it was more like we went to the show and we were like on the background like this, watching the show like bad guys. And I mean, it was mostly like we weren't that supportive for each other.
But you went to the shows. I mean, the truth is, so how many people were in your high school? We're not talking about lots and lots of people, right? Are you, the city you're from am I right? It's the second biggest city in Finland, or no?
No,
it's like fifth.
It's maybe fifth. Yeah. And there isn't that much to do in Northern Finland in Oulu. So yeah, we went to the shows to the bands we hate because there's nothing else to do.
There's nothing else to do. So then you go and you boo them.
Yeah.
I did listen to an interview with you, Joel, and it was when you were talking about Linkin Park. So
yeah, like we're huge Linkin Park fans. And actually, like Mike Shinoda said that we sound nothing like Linkin Park. So.
Yeah, he actually, at the time of Eurovision finals, he was asked that, did you hear about the Finnish band Blind Channel, the Eurovision finals? And he was like, yeah, I heard it. It sounded nothing like Linkin Park. And he was like, because of people were like thinking about it, sounds like Linkin Park, he was on Twitter. But we were like, well, we don't care. It's Mike Shinoda, and he mentioned us. So
yeah, like Mike Shinoda say that our music sucks, and we're just like, holy shit, he heard our songs.
But he didn't say that it sucks. He just said that it doesn't sound like Linkin Park.
And maybe that's a good thing.
Because if people are like, your music sucks, then some guy will log on and be like, let me hear how bad it sucks. And then they might like it.
Yeah.
You know? How many times do you go to a movie and they tell you the movie sucks? You don't care. You go anyway. You don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then in music, it has to be like, you have to sound like another band, like for a really, really long time. Otherwise, they have nothing to talk about. So
yeah, exactly.
Are you guys going to tour the States? Or hope to anytime soon, or?
We have a plan for next spring, the first American tour, but it's all about the boys to work on that so we can travel there and like work to play the shows. So basically, yeah, we have a plan for that, but right now it's kind of 50-50. Is it gonna happen? But
yeah, we have to wait and see.
But we have a shows, we have everything ready. We just have to work on that, working voices for that.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Have you guys been here before to the US?
No, never. But no, we know that Octane, the rock radio, is playing like Dark Side. I think they're playing some other songs as well. And there's like a couple more radios playing our shows songs. So basically, we have a kickstart there coming on, and like a lot of fans waiting for us and stuff like that. So it's only about time right now.
Yeah, I'll work out at some point. You guys will have fun here. You're doing a tour right now in Finland.
Yeah,
we're starting in
December. Yeah,
2 weeks. We're gonna play like 10 shows in Finland. After that, we hit Europe. We play like UK, Germany, some other Middle European countries for 25 shows, and then hopefully we go to America.
It's exciting, man. It's burgeoning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of the Finnish comedian called Ismo?
Yeah,
he's
a legend.
Yeah, he's like the biggest comedian. Like he's big in the States as well, right?
He's big in the States, man. He won some competition as being like the biggest comedian in the world. I don't remember what it was called. Whatever.
Yeah, it was the funniest man in the world. I think that was the name of the competition, and of course, like the whole Finland went crazy about it.
He's funny though, man.
Yeah, he's fucking funny.
He's fucking funny, dude. He did this whole routine on the word ass. And my girlfriend asked me to go to see, I don't know, I don't go to a lot of shows, so she asked me to go see him. I fucking loved this dude. I thought he was so funny, man. So it was good butchering the English language, because the English language is such a fucking mess. It's pretty easy to do.
And like he has similar like routines in Finnish as well, but he's just turned them into English, and he really like adapted that language, and it's really cool. He's such a character, the way he speaks and acts on stage. So that's just he's a funny guy.
Well, he had long hair. How bad can he be?
Yeah,
I'll bet you he's a Dark Side fan. Gotta be. It's a given.
Yeah,
I guess he was like sending some Facebook comments on our posts on like when Dark Side became a hit song. He was like, "Good job, guys." I remember, if I remember right, it was Ismo Leikola. Yeah.
Wow. Well, when you guys come out here, we should all go to dinner with him.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, Finland is a small country, so
everyone knows each other. When
when someone goes outside Finland to do something cool, everybody knows that. They're like, "Oh, like I know this guy." Yeah.
Oh, it's this camaraderie of sorts, you know. When you're in your town, then running into your buddy's no big deal. When you're in your country and you run into your buddy, it's a big deal. When you're out of your country and you run into somebody from Finland, it's a big deal. So it kind of just spreads through. So speaking of writing, because he's a good writer, he's a genius writer, what you guys have been heralded a lot is your guys' writing abilities, which is great, you know. How do you guys write your lyrics? Do you write it together as a team? Do you write and then somebody else puts music to it? Do you do the music first?
Things basically,
it depends. Like
it depends. Most of the time we have some ideas. Like I have some. Well, basically, if I want to make song about beer, I have an idea for beer is good and fucking great. That's the hook, and then I hit it up Niko, and Niko's like writing the whole thing down. Like he reads our minds. Like he can read what is going on inside of mine and what is the vision about that, and he can kind of put it in the lyrics.
Yeah, like we do the brainstorming and the ideas together, but I mostly write final lyrics.
90% it's him.
Yeah, but the ideas come from, and like we write about our experiences as a band. So usually we do the brainstorming together, and then when I have I have a list of things we want to sing about, then I just sit down and write a lyric about it, and then we make. And it's not always like, it doesn't start always from the lyrics. It can be also a production idea or some guitar for it. It depends. Like it's when we're making music, it's a fucking mess. Like everybody's jumping around. A lot of things are happening. I'm mostly on my phone writing lyrics and writing ideas down. Somebody's sitting on the computer and doing the first production version, and someone is.
You'll write lyrics in the studio while they're playing.
Yeah, like I'm pretty fast. Like in writing lyrics, but also like the first draft is not always awesome. It's sometimes it's pretty bad. but I'm like, I do it. The first version comes pretty fast, and then we can start like throwing it around. Like this line fucking sucks, and that line is good, and stuff like that.
Yeah, temp lyrics. Yeah. So how long did it take you to write Dark Side, do you guys think?
I think it started out as a like hip hop track back in 2019 or something like that. And after that, when the lockdown happened, we were back in our rehearsal place in Oulu. We were like, what the hell are we gonna do? And then we had the idea for that hip hop track, and basically we only had the push middle fingers up, take a shot, throw it up, and don't stop, and the singing part, but we didn't know what it's all about. So basically, we were just like brainstorming ideas. Could it be like dark side or suicide or what it could be? And then I think dark side was the like number one out of that, and then we just basically we wrote the whole song around the title Dark Side, and it was all about that. So I think it took like 1 month or 2 months.
Yeah, it was my feeling is that it was a quick song to write, but then we like like we did this little things, like changed the super little things like for months after that, like these tiny bits that made the song like it's an unusual song that way, because I think it came to life pretty easy, but then the production to make the final version, that was a lot of work.
Yeah, well, it usually is, but it's the concept that sometimes, some of the time, the best songs you just, and they're done, you know, you come up with it quick in the get-go. Other times you're struggling to come up with some fucking line that rhymes with some other line, and you're like, I'm over it, and we're not even done yet, and I'm sick of this fucking song. And then you're in the studio and you've heard it so many times, you're like, it's good, but it's because you've heard it so much, it's just stuck in your head no matter what. So you think the song's great, and then you're like, I don't even know. So you ask random people in the street, like, is this good?
Yeah. That happened to us yesterday, actually. Like yesterday we were writing a song after a long time, and then like we came like it took a long time, but it turned out it was a pretty good demo at the end of the day. But yeah, it was frustrating.
Cool. So I got some neat. My buddy cruised over yesterday from Texas, and he made me this knife, dude, and it's actually finished, man. It's called a Puuko Knife. But I guess
nice.
Yeah, and it cool, dude. He brought it for me. He made it himself. I was like, dude, that's.
Be careful with that. That's dangerous.
No shit, man. It is so sharp. So I'm like, but it was funny because I'm like, I'm talking to these Finnish dudes tomorrow. And so he gave it. I don't know what I'm doing with it, but I love the fact he made it. It's pretty cool. But dude, sharp.
Yeah.
Were either of you born in a sauna? They said
no, we were born in a hospital. Like that's kind of an old school thing.
Yeah. We got around.
We're not that old.
Yeah.
So there's 3 million saunas out of 5 million people in Finland.
Yeah, it is true. There's like a lot of saunas.
It's a thing.
That's nuts.
But I have a sauna.
You do?
I don't, because I live in this Helsinki city, so
we'll get you a sauna. We'll get you a sauna.
It would be nice to have a sauna.
Oh yeah, it's a great place for writing songs. When I was putting together this podcast, I was at my friend's house, and he has a daughter who's in 5th grade, so she's a little kid. And she said that I need to ask everybody who comes on when they first felt famous. So it doesn't have to be fame. It could be when you guys first felt you were on your way. There was a moment in your life that was exciting. There was something that was defining for where you hope your career to lead. What would you guys pick as that moment?
I would say that it was the moment when Dark Side peaked like top 10 in Finnish Spotify and the official charts like top 5. That was the moment when I realized that the shit will blow off and we will get really high in a short time.
Yeah.
And after that, everything started to happen really quickly. We kind of we went to the television to play the UMK, and after that, I mean, it just started to blow off, and we all knew that we were in the Apollo 11, ready for the moon.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It must for me too. Like it has something to do with Dark Side, because like Dark Side was a historical moment in Finland. Like that hasn't happened in a long time. That rock song, such a different alternative rock song hits the radio and hits the Spotify top list and stuff like that, and everybody knows that, and everybody always said to us that just can't happen. Like that's not gonna happen for you guys, and we believed in it, and when it came true, like it was crazy.
It's certainly exciting. And do you think a lot of the success was because of this competition that you guys were in?
Yeah, it played a huge role. It was like major promotion because there was like millions of people seeing who we are for the first time. And what was a good thing that there was like thousands of people started to follow us and fell in love with our older songs, and basically they became a fan. So
that we wanted from the competition. Yeah. Like we didn't care about the competition.
With huge recording deal.
That was that. Like we calculated that when pandemic hit the world, we couldn't do shows, we couldn't further our career, so we had to come up with other ways, and that's like we calculated that it's a good move, and it truly was.
Yeah. How long were you guys together as a band before you came out with that song?
7 years.
7 years.
8 years now, like 1 year ago. So yeah, 7 years.
It took 8 years to become an overnight success.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it works, though. There's a lot of bands that have been together for, people don't think about that part, you know. And then you have your song, and then they're pushing you to come out with a second one really quick. And you want to, but you're thinking like, fuck, I had a lot of years to figure that one out. It's hard.
Yeah, right now we're a new band. Like everybody's calling us a new band. And then it's funny, like we were on tour and then some medias were printing, boys are still practicing touring. And we're like, what the fuck? We've been touring for like 7 years. We've done 3 European tours and all other crazy shit. So that's just funny that we're the new band now, like the fresh new just started band. Like we're not.
Do you guys have a roadie?
We have like roadies. I think there's like 4 of them in Finland.
There's 4 roadies in all of Finland?
I guess
yeah.
Wow. All right. I should get there. I'm gonna get a job.
Exactly.
So I did listen. So on that one I listened to with Joel. And sorry, Niko, I didn't spend a lot of time researching you because she told me that Jonas was going to come on. So totally sorry, but
don't stress about it. Like that usually happens where there's 6 guys and everybody's doing interviews, so that kind of happens.
Yeah, well, sorry, I didn't know more. But you had said, Joel, so they asked, you're the guy, he was kind of interesting. Do you prefer salad or mashed potatoes or whatever the hell he asked? Joe was like, because it's cool for me to hear what other people pick, what's your little, but it was like, who's your favorite musicians, which is always such a bitch, man. It's so hard to do. And it was drummers, and you were like Lars, and the guy's like, well, we fucking hate Lars in America. But what I liked was you were like, you didn't say it, but your thought was like, yeah, fuck you. It was great. Yeah, I don't give a fuck what you guys like. I fucking love Metallica. And I was like, yeah, dude. It wasn't just the Napster thing, too. That's what that guy said. It wasn't just Napster, I don't think, because Napster is now like,
there's more. I know.
I don't think.
I mean, Lars is like, I think Lars is really good at it. Like, I would say that he's like pissing people off in his own way. Will be nice someday.
Yeah, you'll get there. I mean, honestly, I think you'll get a US tour soon. I did a little bit. You will. It's just right now what's hard is that everybody's wanting to tour because they haven't in a while. There's only so many venues. So it's linking you up with a band. That's what's going to be, I assume it will be hard for somebody. But once they put all that together, you guys will cruise through. And then you'll be happy to get back home. But we have good weather. I don't know. It's probably cold as fuck where you guys are.
It's basically.
Oh, wow.
Sad.
Yeah.
And that's your apartment, or are you guys on the road right now?
We're actually in a bar.
We're in a bar, like we just met up. Like we've had a super busy day doing promo and all other stuff like around. So then we're just like, we have this Skype interview with you. Then we're like, where we're gonna meet up, and then we tried to find the like quietest place. So we went to a bar and ordered drinks. So that's if you hear some noise on the background, that's just there's other people in the bar as well.
What are you drinking then? It looked like it was like an orange soda. It's not.
That's beer.
That looks like beer.
It's
Okay.
like red lager or something like that.
And this is Helsinki long drink. It's a long drink. Like, look, I think Finland is pretty famous for long drinks. Do you know what long drinks are?
No.
It's like gin and grape juice. Grape juice, yeah. Gin and grape juice. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking.
I'll give it a go. I'll give you a full report.
Yeah,
You should try.
Yeah, I'll give
it's
it a go.
dangerous as well, just like your Puuko.
Or which one we have? Pupa?
Just like the knife you have.
Yeah,
Oh, this
called
thing? Yeah,
long-
man.
yeah. A long drink is also dangerous.
Do you have one of these things?
Puuko.
Puka?
Oh, long drink.
I mean, I could. This thing's like it cut through anything like butter.
Yeah.
What's the name of your guys' new song?
Our new song is called "We Are No Saints." It's coming out at midnight. We're super excited.
So how many people did you tell that to today?
Pretty many.
Like a lot of people. So when it
Yeah.
comes out at midnight, that means it comes out on Spotify at midnight, or what does that mean?
Yeah, like Apple Music and Spotify and
All the streaming services.
So are you
And
guys gonna
tomorrow
stay
the-
up in the? What time does the bar close there?
right,
Only after that, I think 1 hour after that.
yeah.
You guys will stay and see
Well,
how many people are gonna give it a listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Of
I
course.
mean, we have the app like Spotify for artists. We're gonna watch it all the time, man.
He's gonna what? I'm
We're
just
fucking nervous, like for an hour, but
like
yeah,
I don't even have that Spotify for artists app. Like it was only a couple of months ago when I got Spotify, so I don't use that too much. But Joel is our number guy. Like he wants to see every fucking stream out of those millions of streams. It's like one stream. Like he's just staring at his phone and he gets really like nervous and stressed.
So what I like
the
is on the podcast thing is it tells you what country people are listening to your podcast in. That's what I think is so cool. You know, I've got people listening in Greenland, and I'm
Yeah.
just thinking like, I want to go to fucking Greenland, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what's fun about this is seeing where like people will listen to it just everywhere. So with the song thing, you're getting so many more people. It's great. My biggie is like nobody in Russia listens to me. I'm like, how can I get like people from? I had ginger guys on here. I'm like, how can I get more people from Russia? Because it's like
Yeah.
then it'll fill this big thing on the screen. I'll be like, yeah. I do have some people in Finland already listening, which is cool. It means they have great taste, obviously.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, I'll be listening to your song at midnight, and I know I'll like it. I'm quite certain. So that'll be good. Have you guys had any? This is one I love this one. So you guys have toured for a while. So what are some of the strangest gigs you guys have had? Like the weirdest places you played at?
Well, like we played to like weird places in Finland. We played in this like a field, field like where people work to do like get their fucking crops, like that stuff. And we played on a field, like, and the stage was like built from hay and stuff like that. And then we played on that stage, and we were the final performer that night. It was a festival, and then during our last few songs, people started like ripping the stage, ripping the hay out of the stage, and
It's getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah, it was a super weird night, but it was fun.
It felt like dangerous, and it was like all around the station. They had like war on the audience, and they were like throwing everything to the stage. We were like, oh, we're gonna die.
Yeah, thank God we didn't have any pyrotechnics to that show, because it would
There
have
will
been
be
a
fucking-
wildfire.
a wildfire.
You guys have had pyro at your shows?
We
Yeah.
have a lot of like been having them,
We love it.
but
Oh yeah.
to be honest, in the stage for the first tour we're gonna open for that one band, so we have to be only like on the stage for 30 minutes and play without any pyros. But next time when we come to America for a headline, we're gonna have all the fucking pyros and knives and long drinks and fucking Santa Claus and reindeers.
We
and-
bring our own puukos.
Yeah, you will, man. I would not
We're
fuck with a
never
guy
gonna
who's
get
carrying
the
one of
lights
these.
and stuff. this one, but
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're gonna allow us to like take our Puukos to the plane, but
we're trying to get the prices so hard right now, and we're talking about bringing knives to the stage. So
yeah.
it's we only bring reindeers, Santa Claus, long drink, Kimi Räikkönen,
Akankanto, the wife carrying thing.
yeah.
You know,
All the
there was
Finnish
this
people.
movie I saw, and it was like Santa Claus, but he's a bad guy, and I think that might have been a Finnish movie. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah, it's called
really
Square
good.
Export.
It's what?
It's Square Export. That's the name of the movie. Yeah, I've seen that movie. That's a weird movie, but it's Finnish.
Super weird. Super weird. The only problem with the movie was with the end. I wanted to see Santa go fucking crazy and start ripping shit up, but it was like almost like they ran out of money at the end because they didn't have any special effect.
I've never seen that movie, so I don't know how it ended and what happens in that. But I know it's only about some Santa Claus thing. So
It's a Claus horror movie.
It's a Santa Claus horror movie. It's good, dude. It's creepy. It's really, really good. It's like the elves are these like mean little bastards. It's good shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let you guys drink your beers or whatever that thing was called. Gin and grape juice.
Yeah, long drink.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to try different stuff. I don't know. I've actually never been to Finland. I've traveled a lot, but I've never been through there. So one day.
If you ever come to Finland, hit us up. Let's go drink some lonkero.
Oh, I'll hit you up for sure, man. I'll hit you up for sure. I was in Budapest, and I went out with some locals, and the beer was like 4 cents a pint or something. It was a dive bar in Budapest, which was already cheap. And the guy that they gave me a drink, I think it was called Budokan or something. Oh my God. And they're like, this is our drink. This is what we all drink. And they all watched me drink it. And then I finished it and I looked, I'm like, you guys don't really drink this shit, do you? They're like, no, we don't really drink that shit.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was really, really strong.
You gotta try that.
Yeah, you got to try it. I think it's called Budokan. I remember. I'd have to look it up, but it was a shot and it was intense. So it was good. All right.
absolutely. Yeah.
Well, thanks for your guys' time, man. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, hit me up if you guys come through LA or when you come through LA.
Yeah, we'll hit you up ASAP. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's keep in touch.
Absolutely. You guys take care, man.
Yeah.
Take care.
You too.
See ya.
Have a good time at the bar. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the round button on the bottom right. To learn more about me or the guests on the show, go to joelrody.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. The handle's Joel Rody. And don't forget, when you party like a rock star, don't be a dick.